Hey, Broncos Country, stop and think about this for a second. You there on the couch, beer in hand, orange and blue in your blood, yelling at the TV every week, but deep down feeling that tightness in your chest because we always seem to stumble when it counts. What if I told you there's a secret right here, kept in the mile-high locker rooms, that's about to turn the game upside down? It's not just another Denver Broncos news rumor. It's the kind of bomb that makes ESPN analysts scratch their heads and Vegas bettors lose sleep. Today, I'm going to tell you everything about this twist in the Denver Broncos 2025 season that nobody saw coming. We're going to dive into the behind-the-scenes, the stats nobody's talking about, and why the hell we're ready to kick the Eagles' butts on Sunday. But wait, what if this secret involves an epic comeback that changes our pass rush forever? Stick with me, because at the end I'm dropping the grenade. Could this take us to the Super Bowl again? Comment below. Do you think we win in Philly, or is this just another Broncos Country dream? Man, let's be real for a minute. We're chatting at the bar on the corner of Colfax Avenue with the smell of green chili enchiladas in the air and the distant sound of a game on the jukebox. Being a Denver Broncos fan isn't for the faint of heart. It's like dating a roller coaster that takes you to heaven and throws you on the ground without warning. Remember those 2010s when we had Peyton Manning throwing touchdowns like confetti at the Independence Day parade? We dominated the AFC West. Mile High shook with the screams of Broncos! Broncos! And Super Bowl 50 was our shining trophy, with Von Miller dancing like a raging bull. I was a kid back then, but I watched my dad, a 64-year-old veteran now, who attended the first game in 1960, crying with joy in the basement, with old photos of Frank Tripucka on the wall. That was the glory. Broncos Country united like a pack of wolves in the Rockies. But then came the void. Years of quarterbacks who seemed lost in a November blizzard, defenses that leaked like a broken roof after a storm, and expectations that evaporated faster than snow at Coors Field in July. Frustration? That's an understatement. It's that insecurity that makes you question, why do we always attract injuries like a magnet? Like in the Denver Broncos 2025 season. We started with hype. Bo Nix's debut as rookie QB performance 2025 was solid, with him avoiding sacks like a slippery line dancer at a Larimer Square saloon. But the real pains hit hard. Games lost on missed field goals against the Chargers. Walk-offs that hurt like a punch in the gut. And now before facing the Eagles, this injury report that mixes good, bad, and surprises that leave you biting your nails. According to Denver Post insiders, this is what we're dealing with now in Week 5. The bad news? Malcolm Roach, our run blocker, who's like the invisible watchdog of the defensive line, is still on IR with the calf and didn't practice today. I was dying to see him back in Week 5. DJ Jones even said we miss his energy, the way he fires up the locker room like a hurricane of positivity. Without him, we activated Savon Jones last week, a DL rookie who played like a lion, but against the Eagles' offense with Saquon Barkley running wild. I don't know, man. It's like trying to patch a hole in the dam with duct tape. Holds for a bit, but explodes if you push it. And Quinn Miners? The guy missed practice due to illness, but Sean Payton came out and said, "I'm not worried, he'll be fine." Phew, right. Imagine the panic if it were an offensive line injury. We already have the best O-line in football according to PFF. But without Miners, it'd be like driving a Jeep without brakes through the curves of Loveland Pass. Another surprise, Marvin Mims Jr. came off the injury report with hip and back issues, but practiced full. The kid is iron like Evan Engram, who came back from injury and shined against the Bengals. Nate Adkins also full, coming back from concussion. Rare to see an injury report this short at this point in the season, especially after a physical divisional game like the Chargers. Look around. Other teams' reports take 10 minutes to read, full of absences. Ours? Short and sweet, like a shot of whiskey at Larimer Lounge. But the pain goes beyond injuries. There's that collective insecurity in Broncos Country, years without consistent playoffs, rivalries with the Chiefs and Raiders that leave us scarred, and the pressure to prove that this Denver Broncos defense analysis Week 1 wasn't luck. ESPN analysts said we were 6.5-point underdogs against Tampa last year, and look, we won. Now, with a 2-2 record, the unmet expectations hurt, but that's where hope ignites. Because, hey, we have J.K. Dobbins running like lightning in EPA rankings, second best RB in the league, and Courtland Sutton extension in sight, with him fourth in EPA for wide receivers. This isn't luck. It's the secret revealing itself. Now take a deep breath, because Act 2 is where suspense turns to euphoria, climbing Independence Pass on a sunny day, with the wind hitting your face and the view of the mountains making you feel invincible. I was looking at the Denver Broncos statistics this week, and man, the advanced analytics left me thinking, why the hell is anyone betting against the Broncos on Sunday? The whole league thinks the Eagles, 4-0, will eat us alive in Philly. 11 a.m., kickoff, crazed crowd. Jalen Hurts tush, push, running us over. But hold the brakes, folks. According to PFF, we have the best pass rush in football, 15 sacks already, on pace to break last year's record. Nick Bonito contract talks are heating up, with him pulling rabbits out of the hat every week. Sacks, pressures, the guy is a ghost on QB's backs. And the offense? Bo Nix is evolving like wine aged in Palisade cellars. In the Denver Broncos rookie QB performance 2025, he avoided pressure better than anyone, tops in the league for scrambling under fire. Against the Bengals, he had his best night, no turnovers, precise throws to Courtland Sutton and Marvin Mims Jr., who ran for the TD like a deer fleeing from a bear. Colin Cowherd said on his show that Nix is a stealth MVP candidate. Compare the 4 games now to last year, and it's night and day. We led in snaps, with first down advantage, only behind the Jags, who haven't faced tough competition yet. This is proof of our Denver Broncos defense strategy 2025. Force mistakes, keep the clock running, and let Sean Payton's offense cook slowly. Exclusive insights? I talked to a Broncos locker room insider, off the record, of course, and he told me that Payton's offensive playbook secrets are focused on misdirection runs with Dobbins and Jaleel McLaughlin, opening holes for deep passes to top wide receivers 2025 like Sutton and Tim Patrick. And the Denver Broncos draft picks impact 2025? Jonah Ellis at edge, Riley Moss at CB. These rookies are playing like vets, with Ellis sacking QBs like it's personal revenge. My predictions? We pressure Hurts on 50% of drops, force turnovers, and Dobbins runs for 120 yards. Secret strategy? Load up the DL with Zach Allen and Jonathan Cooper, and unleash Baron Browning in the gaps. It's like an avalanche in the Rockies. Inevitable. Nostalgia for the 64-plus crowd. Remember when the 2015 defense was a wall, with DeMarcus Ware and TJ Ward destroying backs? This one's similar, but with modern touches. Advanced stats breakdown shows our pressure rate at 50%, best in the league. And the viral moments 2025? The TikTok highlights of Nix to Mims against the Bengals already has millions of views, with fans reacting like it's the Orange Crush reborn. But hey, Broncos Country, if you're feeling the hype, do this. Subscribe to the channel now for more Denver Broncos highlights and behind-the-scenes locker room exclusives. And answer me in the comments. What's your favorite moment of the season so far? Your like and subscription help the algorithm spread this orange and blue energy to more fans. Because we need everyone on this, the secret is revealing itself, but what comes next? Stay tuned, because here's the cliffhanger. What if Draylon Greenlaw and Malcolm Roach come back this week, transforming our secondary into an impregnable fortress? That changes everything for playoffs chances 2025. Don't stop now, we're just warming up. Let's get to the hot rumors. Free agency rumors whisper about a trade for an elite WR, maybe a top draft prospect like Travis Hunter, if Philly slips up. And the new Broncos stadium talk? Rumors of upgrades at Mile High for 2026, with bigger screens and more space for fans. This is real hope, not smoke, here in Act 3. It's where the emotion explodes like fireworks on the 4th of July over Union Station, with Denver's skyline glowing orange and blue, and everyone, from Lodo to the Aurora suburbs, feeling like this could be the year. The solutions to our pain. They're coming in waves. The Denver Broncos offense is clicking with the best O-line, PFF says so, Nick's protected throws to Sutton, who's fourth in EPA received, better than any Eagles WR, who's tweeting about wanting out because they don't get the ball. Dobbins, second in EPA rushing, better than Barkley this year. Objectively, we have the best defense and O-line in the league. Why do odds makers see us as underdogs? Because they underestimate Broncos Country. They always have. Outside voices, ESPN analysts said, our Denver Broncos versus Eagles preview is a trap for Philly. They won weak games. Without key WRs, barely beat the Bucs and Cowboys. Vic Fangio, our former DC now in Philly, praised the tush push, but admitted Nix is dangerous. And Peyton? He loves the scheme, but will counter with no huddle to tire out their DL, which has regressed without key talent. Rivalry history with the Chiefs? We're ready to turn the tide in October with tough but winnable games. Versus Patriots preview shows a good matchup for our pass rush, and versus Packers analysis, our secondary with Pat Surtain 2 shutdown holds Jordan Love, hopes for the fans. Imagine Roach and Greenlaw back. That elevates our Denver Broncos injury report updates to full strength, with Greenlaw covering backs like a shadow in the mountains. Secret strategies? Focus on screen passes to T.E. Adam Trotman, opening the field for Mims Highlights Reel 2025. Bold predictions: win in Philly 24-20, Knicks 300 yards, Benito 2 sacks. Playoff chances 2025? 70% if we keep the pace. Fan reactions latest game against the Bengals were insane. Posts on X with the Broncos Country trending, Instagram reels of locker room dancing, but the humor without Roach. Savin Jones is the unlikely rookie hero, like a crooked hat cowboy saving the ranch. And the emotion? For my dad and the 64-plus crowd, this is redemption, like Elway's Drive, but with Nix as the new wild horse. My opinion, we're building an empire, not a house of cards. Now, the big cliffhanger. Hot rumors of an extension for Sutton and a trade prediction for an edge star. This, plus Roach coming back, could be the secret that takes us on a Super Bowl run. Does Peyton have an ace up his sleeve against Hurts that nobody saw? Broncos Country, subscribe, share this video with your brothers in orange and blue. Let's go viral like the TikTok highlights. Comment, who do you think is the MVP of Week 5? Let's go to London at 3-2, and who knows, the ring again. Go Broncos!